Factory-style sushi production is designed to achieve consistency, hygiene, speed, and large-scale output while maintaining taste, texture, and food safety. Unlike home or restaurant sushi, factory sushi is produced through carefully controlled steps, specialized equipment, trained staff, and strict sanitation rules. Every movement, temperature change, and handling step is planned to protect the rice texture, fish freshness, and overall product quality. The heart of factory sushi is balance. The rice must remain soft yet structured, the toppings must stay fresh without losing moisture, and the final product must survive transport and storage without collapsing or drying out. This process is not rushed. It is disciplined, calm, and highly organized. Raw material receiving and inspection. The sushi factory begins with the arrival of raw materials. Each ingredient enters through a dedicated receiving area separate from production zones. This separation prevents contamination and keeps the workflow clean. Rice arrives in sealed food-grade bags and is checked for grain quality, aroma, and absence of insects or moisture damage. Vinegar, sugar, and salt are inspected for purity and packaging integrity. Seaweed sheets are checked for dryness, elasticity, and deep color. Fish and seafood arrive under cold conditions. Temperature is checked immediately. Flesh firmness, color clarity, smell, and surface moisture are inspected by trained quality staff. Any fish that shows discoloration, strong odor, or soft texture is rejected instantly. Vegetables are examined for freshness, firmness, and absence of rot or pesticide residue. Only approved materials move forward. Rejected items are removed from the facility immediately. Storage and temperature control. After inspection, ingredients are transferred to their designated storage zones. Dry goods such as rice, seaweed, and packaging materials are stored in clean, humidity-controlled rooms. Refrigerated items such as fish, seafood, and vegetables are placed in cold storage units with constant monitoring. Fish is stored on clean trays with proper airflow. Different species are stored separately to avoid odor transfer. Vegetables are kept crisp by controlled humidity. Nothing touches the floor. Everything is labeled and rotated so older stock is used before newer stock. Temperature stability is critical. Sudden temperature changes can damage fish texture and reduce shelf life. The factory environment remains calm and controlled at all times. Rice preparation section. The rice section is the soul of the sushi factory. It operates separately from fish handling to prevent cross-contamination. Rice is measured into industrial washing machines. These machines gently rinse the grains using flowing water while rotating slowly. The goal is to remove surface starch without breaking the grain structure. The water gradually becomes clear, signaling proper washing. Washed rice rests briefly to absorb moisture evenly. It is then transferred to industrial rice cookers. These cookers regulate heat and steam precisely, ensuring uniform cooking across the entire batch. The rice emerges fully cooked, glossy, and intact. Immediately after cooking, rice is moved to seasoning vessels. A premixed blend of vinegar, sugar, and salt is added while the rice is still hot. Mechanical paddles fold the rice gently rather than stirring aggressively. Airflow cools the rice while mixing, giving it shine and preventing clumping. The finished sushi rice is warm, aromatic, and slightly sticky but never wet or mushy. It is held at controlled temperature until assembly. Fish and topping preparation. Fish processing occurs in a chilled room to preserve freshness. Workers wear gloves, masks, and protective clothing. Cutting boards and knives are sanitized constantly. Fish is filleted with smooth, single-direction cuts to avoid tearing fibers. Skin and bones are removed cleanly. Portions are trimmed to uniform size. Each cut follows the natural grain of the fish to preserve texture and mouthfeel. Cooked toppings such as shrimp, egg omelet, or imitation crab are prepared in separate cooking zones. These items are cooled quickly to safe temperatures before use. Vegetables are washed, peeled, and cut into long, consistent strips. Prepared toppings are arranged in trays, covered, and transferred to the assembly area. Sived handling. Seaweed sheets are extremely sensitive to moisture. They are stored in sealed containers and only removed shortly before use. Workers handle them with dry gloves. Any sheet that becomes soft or cracked is discarded. The seaweed is placed on assembly conveyors with the shiny side facing downward, ready for rice application. Assembly line operation. The sushi assembly line is where everything comes together. This area is calm, quiet, and highly organized. Rice is dispensed onto seaweed sheets using calibrated spreaders. The layer is thin and even. Overloading is avoided to prevent heavy rolls. Fillings are placed in straight lines along the rice. Rolling machines or trained workers form the rolls with gentle pressure. The roll is tightened just enough to hold shape without squeezing out rice or fillings. Each roll is checked for uniform diameter. For inside-out styles, rice is applied on the outer surface and coated with sesame seeds or similar toppings. These rolls are handled carefully to prevent sticking. Nigiri sushi is shaped using molding equipment or skilled hands. Rice portions are formed into soft ovals. A small amount of wasabi may be applied before placing fish on top. Gentle pressure bonds the components. Cutting and shaping. Rolled sushi moves to the cutting station. Blades are extremely sharp and cleaned constantly. Rolls are sliced in smooth motions without pressing down. Clean cuts preserve structure and appearance. Each piece is inspected visually. Uneven or damaged pieces are removed. Only perfect pieces continue to packaging. Quality control and hygiene checks. Quality control staff continuously monitor appearance, smell, texture, and temperature. Random samples are checked for rice balance, fish freshness, and seasoning accuracy. Surfaces are cleaned repeatedly. Tools are sanitized. Workers wash hands frequently. Any sign of contamination triggers immediate corrective action. The factory operates under strict food safety systems to ensure consumer protection. Packaging process. Finished sushi is placed into food-grade trays. Garnishes such as ginger or wasabi may be added. Soy sauce packets are sealed separately to prevent leakage. Trays are sealed using transparent film that protects freshness while allowing visual appeal. Labels include product name, ingredients, and storage instructions. Packaged sushi is transferred to chilled holding areas awaiting distribution. Cold chain and distribution. Maintaining temperature during transport is essential. Sushi is loaded into refrigerated vehicles. Delivery routes are planned to minimize time outside controlled environments. Retailers receive sushi ready for display with defined shelf life. Proper handling instructions ensure the product remains safe and appealing. Difference between factory and restaurant sushi. Factory sushi focuses on consistency, efficiency, and scalability. Every piece must look and taste the same. Restaurant sushi allows artistic variation and immediate serving. Factory sushi prioritizes hygiene, shelf stability, and transport durability while preserving traditional flavors. Common factory challenges. Rice drying too quickly. Fish losing moisture. Seaweed absorbing humidity. Overcompression during rolling. Temperature fluctuations. These issues are solved through training, equipment calibration, and environmental control. Final thoughts. Factory-style sushi making is not just food production. It is a carefully balanced system of timing, temperature, skill, and respect for ingredients. When done correctly, factory sushi can be clean, delicious, and reliable while honoring traditional Japanese techniques. Sushi is simple in appearance but complex in execution. In a factory environment, discipline replaces improvisation, and precision replaces guesswork. The result is sushi that reaches thousands of people while maintaining quality and safety. Quality control in a sushi factory is relentless. Every batch undergoes inspection not only for visual appeal but also for texture, moisture, and flavor balance. Inspectors look at the uniformity of rice grains, the placement of fillings, and the thickness of fish slices. Any deviations from the standard are removed immediately. Temperature checks continue throughout the production line. Rice must remain slightly warm, never hot or cold. Fish must stay at a chilled but safe temperature. Seaweed must remain crisp and dry until the point of rolling. Staff members are trained to spot early signs of product degradation, such as rice clumping, fish discoloration, or vegetable wilting. Packaging and presentation. Once the sushi passes quality control, it moves to the packaging section. Trays are carefully selected to hold pieces securely while showcasing their visual appeal. Sushi is arranged to maintain balance, ensuring rolls and nigiri are evenly spaced. Garnishes such as pickled ginger, wasabi, and small decorative leaves may be added to enhance presentation. Food-safe films cover trays to protect freshness and prevent contamination. Labels indicate product name, ingredients, and storage instructions. Packaging is designed for both retail display and transportation, keeping the sushi intact and visually appealing from factory to consumer. Special attention is given to tray sealing. Films must adhere without crushing delicate rice or toppings. Trays are checked for leaks or poor sealing before leaving the packaging area.